Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? We made it. You know? I paused the music. We're 43 minutes in, and we're finally back to where we started, which is kind of depressing. I'm gonna have to find my skills again. Oh yeah, my pet that I completely ignored. My pet is dead. It died! Oh, you can actually kill your pet. I didn't know you could do that. Anyways, I didn't really care about it enough to save it. So I'm trying to remember which ones I bought. I think it was, I got a 4 and a 4, I think. Maybe I should buy a fine sword and, like, increase jumping power, I guess, because it's a 2. But I think last time, I think last time I bought, like, maneuver and excellent blade. But this time we'll buy a fine sword and, salt or whatever that is. And Lord knows I have enough skill points to put all these on. 62 skill points. Barely any kind of skills. Okay, you know, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna save again. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna save again. And then we're gonna continue the trial. And then we're gonna finish the trial, we're gonna save again, and then we're gonna find out at the end of this, after I've closed down the game and everything like that, it didn't save, and then next time I stream this, if I haven't finished the game, which I probably won't now, I'm gonna have to do the trial again. I do it at my own time, that time though. Finish preparations. Trial start. Let's do this. Good God.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Shut the fuck up, Monokuba.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Stretch.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
I don't know why some
I'll
of the
punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Still quiet.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
Now I can get back onto the hill that I was saying I was gonna die on, that Nagito killed himself. Yay! Not gonna lie, I'm suddenly a lot less enthusiastic after I had to sit through 40 minutes of this.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
God, he's too stupid to
Don't
do
say
that.
something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
He's too stupid to be the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
I might lower the volume a bit, not gonna lie. Hang on. Oops. Shoot. Hang on. I'm going to lower the desktop audio. Just a tiny bit so I can talk over the voices when I want to. But, you know. The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or maybe they're Nagito. Or make your argument. Torture wounds, survival knife, duct tape, Monokuma. Okay, that's a lot. Monokuma's account, oil later. I gotta remember how to play.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
That's
I'm
how I
telling
switch.
you, they were torturing him.
Monokuma
The
plushie,
reason
Monokuma
Nagito's
panels.
body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Well, yeah. That's a...
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was
No.
Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place? That's what I'm thinking. Hang on. Wrong button. Can I... Yeah, I want to look at my truth bullets. No, Monokuma's file wasn't one of them. It was torture wounds, survival knife, duct tape, Monokuma plushie, Monokuma panels, oil lighter, and that was in Monokuma's account. Okay, Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake, however, he appeared relieved that he never revealed that fact to anyone. A lot of chipped over Monokuma panels were scattered around in the goods warehouse. In one area, the panels seemed to be laying on top of each other, straight, orderly line. Life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor near the fire's origin point. A huge bloody hole in his stomach, as if it was stabbed. Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, however the blood splatter on his face wasn't under the duct tape. The tape itself had a lot of crinkles in it, as if Nagito was desperately moving his mouth underneath. The survival knife that was stabbed at Nagito's right hand. The knife is the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife. Both Nagito's legs were tied with rope, and each rope was tied to a nearby pillar, which prevented him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. Okay, so I'm thinking the duct tape is what I'm going to be having to use. Have to use.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I don't think that's right.
So
Hang on.
that's why he was so beat up.
Okay, I have an idea.
What were they trying to find? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No.
If so, is whoever found the bomb first.
No.
That was Fuyuhiko.
Okay.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're
The
gonna
killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
We're gonna
The
try
reason
this.
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah! I did it. Also, whoever the fuck, do not.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape.
How the
So
hell
he
do I get
wouldn't
rid
have been
of
able
this?
to confess anything.
Hang on. There is a person in chat who's listing spoilers. Don't do that. How the hell do I get rid of that? Pin this message. Click to reply. How do I? Bam. Timeout. How do I get rid of a person's message? Okay, I didn't think I'd have to say this, but please don't put spoilers in the chat. it's not nice to do that. Don't put spoilers in chat, please. I don't know how to get rid of this. Hold on. Okay, hang on, we're gonna do something else. There we go. Okay. I don't know how to get rid of this. Oh, there we go, that's how we get rid of it. Okay. I think I solved it. But, yeah, no, do not put spoilers in chat. If you can delete that message that you put in chat, if you know how to, please do, because it's not fun for the rest of us if you do that. Like, I've never finished this game yet. So if you do that, it's kind of not nice. So, there's your warning. Don't do it again.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Oh boy, we're doing arguments.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
It's a trap!
Trap?
Where have I heard this?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid? Confusion? I don't remember how to do this. I think I need to use my arrow keys. Torture wounds, burned... Oh god, there's so many. Torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut,
hang on.
you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down.
Cross swords. Oh. Success. Oh boy.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Yeah.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No,
Then, after they duct taped his mouth shut.
hang on. No, that doesn't make sense. Retreat. Hang on.
Damn it!
I was overcome. He's gonna go back to the original topic.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down.
Hang on. I need to figure. Fuck. This isn't where I can draw something out next time. Thank God. Give me a second. I need to figure out. I need to read what I'm given. It was torture wounds. No, hang on. We got torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife.
You'd obviously assume he couldn't
Duct
talk,
tape.
right? But that was the
I
trap.
think it's duct tape.
They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down.
Okay, hang on. Success. Advance.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth after getting the information. That's true, that sounds reasonable, but that clearly contradicts the truth. If he had listened to me in the very end, until the very end, I wouldn't have to go through the trouble of hitting myself.
Pay attention. This is how. First,
okay.
The killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's
So
location.
not that one.
Then, after they killed him,
not that one.
They duct taped his mouth shut.
That one. Never mind. Okay. Hajime, you idiot. What are you even saying? Are you trying to rebuke me with that? We'll be able to cut through. I gotta think one more time.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Got it.
Allow me to cut through those words. No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
Why?
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Why is that what you resort to? Are you in elementary school or
You were
something?
with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Who doesn't?
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
I don't think that's that hard to believe, seeing as you, Fuyuhiko, and Kazuichi all really wanted to kill him.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
It could have
Killer isn't
been.
one of us, but that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
He could have killed himself! I have some evidence. Not a lot, but some. I will die on this hill. Nagito killed himself.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now,
It was like a locked room kind of thing. Like, he lined up all the things. The oil lighter can be constantly lit without someone holding on to it or whatever. Set that down, made it so that if someone opened the door, it would knock down, it would get light up, it would light up the curtain as well. And he'd already killed himself.
we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia.
Oh
You have
god.
such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear that up first. Well, I already know how. It's a pretty simple reason. Torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife, duct tape, Monokuma plushies, Monokuma panels. That's gonna be the Monokuma panels.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Well, yeah, okay.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Yeah. You know.
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Yeah.
Some way?
Yeah.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
No. Some kind of setup was used to start the fire, so what could it be?
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup and lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Okay, hang
Did
on.
they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil, it can stand upright.
If they tipped over, it could have ignited the...
Some way? Maybe they used invisible...
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound...
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to
come
tip
on,
over
man.
the lighter.
Some kind of setup was used to start that fire, so it could be. I know what it was. Give me a second. Hang on.
The oil lighter found it.
The killer used something and lit the curtain on.
I can only argue with one
They
thing.
probably just based on the shape of it can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to
Crap.
tip over the lighter.
How do I... Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna attempt
The
to...
direct cause of the fire was
How do I... get... How do I... Okay, hang on. Wait, what if I
the
need
oil
to...
lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup.
There's a way to take someone
lit the
else's
curtain on fire
statement. I
with
know
the
there
lighter.
is. And it's
Some kind of
it's this
setup?
thing. But
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
do I need to like
Probably just threw the lighter.
it's
Based
not
on the
working.
shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Okay, what if I hang on.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No, that's not working. Crap.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
What if I
Or perhaps opening the door.
I agree with that.
it's consent. Fuck. I forgot about that. I forgot
I
consent was
also
a
agree
thing.
that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not
No.
wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
The domino effect.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yeah.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
Yeah.
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
I guess that
And
makes
one
sense.
more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The music. It was the music. Because it was really loud.
I see!
I see.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
Yeah.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yeah. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymn blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Oh my
But
god.
those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
Yeah.
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
My proof that Nagito killed himself. If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the problem Chiyoki's talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see. If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
What? The hell did you just say?
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Nagito! Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Oh, it's Polish. That makes sense. The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, there's only one person that could have done it. My evidence! I was right! I'm dying on this hill! Nagito killed himself!
What if
Ow!
it was Nagito?
Yes! See? Do you like children? No, I hate children. Well, I don't hate them. I just can't stand them, and I really like punting them. God, I do not like kids. It was Nagito. I was right. I told you. Ha! He killed himself. I'm telling you.
Him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yeah.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim.
He was killing himself.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
You're smarter than I thought.
Are you saying this was a suicide?
Yes!
Don't be stupid.
It is. I'm telling you, man.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Or he could have done it himself. And he just bared through the pain. You know, he's not just... he can easily inflict his own wounds. You know... It's not that hard. His left hand... Yeah, his left hand... It's got no blood on the palm. He could have been holding the knife if he was left-handed, but then again, he could be ambidextrous. It doesn't really matter. Use his left hand to stab himself a whole bunch in the thighs, and you know, use his other hand to like do the cut, and then he proceeded to stab his hand. And then from there, I don't know, either he tied himself up before that or he did it after, I don't know. And he had that dangling from the ceiling. And it fell in something. I don't know, but I'm telling you, he killed himself.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Yes!
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
He wanted to be a stepping stone for the Hope people. He would, of course, he would kill himself. He tried to do that in like the first murder case. Remember?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
He could have tied himself up.
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
How do you know?
You're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
No, it's not, because he had one hand free. Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. One of his hands was free. It was burned. The rope. It did it. The burned rope. Burned rope.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Yep.
That's obviously impossible.
No, it's not.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
That's why he didn't tie the other one.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail?
What?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I don't get it. If our assumptions that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide, Nagito would have tied himself up too. I'm trying to figure out how I can use the burned rope in this situation. What if... Okay, hang on, I have an idea.
To actually tie up your... That's obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Crap.
Or if you
God
use
damn
your
it,
front
hang on.
tail?
Dirty joke! Is that
Okay,
a dirty
hey,
joke?
hang on. I have an idea.
To actually tie
Everybody
up,
shut
that's
up.
obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Damn it. No, that wasn't it. Okay.
Crap!
No, I made a mistake. I need to think it over. One more time. Okay, so it's not
To
there.
actually tie up your own arms and legs.
What if I just...
That's obviously
What if it's a
impossible.
lot more simple than I'm thinking?
Tying just the leg, tying both
What
arms.
if...
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
That's not...
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail?
Okay,
Dirty
yeah.
joke!
Okay.
Is that a dirty joke?
Okay. I think it's a lot more simple than I'm thinking of. I think...
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
I need to figure out how to get it. What if I just
You couldn't do much
did it
with...
immediately?
How about if you... Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay, shut. Everybody shut the hell
To
up.
actually tie up your own arms and legs.
God damn it.
That's obviously impossible.
I need to get more
Tying
time.
just the legs is one thing, but
I'm running out of time. I need to
tying
get more
both
time.
arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Oh god, you can hear the construction
It'd be
that's going on
impossible if
outside.
you were by yourself.
Of course you can.
How about if you use your teeth?
God damn it. I keep
Or if you
accidentally
use your front
doing
tail.
the
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
the 15 seconds minus. Okay, hang on. I got this.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the leg,
I keep
tying
doing
both
these
arms.
15
It'd
seconds.
be impossible if you were by...
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Everybody shut up. I'm trying to get...
To actually tie up your own arm...
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Nice.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm was a trap. It was his right sleeve. Okay, the right... Yeah, no, his right
I
sleeve.
see.
Get the fuck out of here.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Yeah.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
What the fuck?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Yeah.
I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
What? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. Okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife, Monokuma plushie, blood on the girder, Monokuma panels, oil lighter.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Not really.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
Oh crap,
If
not
he
again.
just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Oh,
If you're tied
crap.
up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
If Nagito could only use his right hand to stab his palm, how did he do it? I think he put the knife in his left hand, and then... No, this is my left hand. So if you have that, and you're over here, you have the knife in this hand, you can give the knife to that hand, and so then it's in this hand, and then you could easily slam your hand down, stabbing, and then let go of the knife and put it back. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, how do I convey that into the game? Also, is my audio okay? Or is my output? Nah, give me a second.
Even if Nagito's right
Crap.
hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do
If he
that.
threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand
I still don't know
down
how to do that.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
No, but it's the other way around. Nagito can only use his right hand to stab himself, and how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
How the hell do you
Is he a throwing knife
take...
expert?
How the hell do you take somebody's...
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
God damn it.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If
I
you're
really-
tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Wait, hang on. What
Even
if I...
Nagito's
Can I
right
take...
hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Can I
If he
take
threw
the
knife
yellow
into the
one?
air
Maybe I
and
just
let
can't
the knife
move the...
fall,
You see... Okay, I have an
could he
idea.
stab his hand that way?
I have an
Is he a
idea.
throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Hang on. I'm
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, He could have used his bound left hand.
There we go. That's how it's still okay.
Your arms won't bend.
Okay.
I don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Okay, hang on. If used his bound left hand.
Right hand was
Okay.
free. How could he stab his right
Damn
hand
it.
with his right hand?
Okay, hang on.
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife?
Okay, hang on.
Propped it onto
Hang on,
what?
hang on. Shut, everybody shut up.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Okay, let's try this again.
We don't know if his left
Through
hand
all
can
the
even reach his
dialogue.
right hand.
We got this. I got this.
Even if
I need to go back to
Nagito's right hand, how
Chiaki's
could he stab
statement.
his right hand with his right.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
What? You think he propped the knife too, Benjamin? What did he prop it
It's
with?
wrong.
Okay,
Even if Nagito's right hand was free.
Okay, wait,
How could he stab his right-
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand out? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped
Okay,
the
wait,
knife somehow
what if,
and slammed his right hand down on it?
what if,
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped, he could have used his bound left hand.
okay,
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
damn it. Okay, that wasn't it either. I swear I have
Even
to
if
use that
Nagito's-
one.
How could he stab his?
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife up and slammed his right hand down on it?
Oh shit, I'm running out of
Onto
time.
what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Shh.
If you're tied up,
Uh-oh.
your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
What if... I'm not gonna have enough time to finish this. But what if it's the other way around? What if I need to do the bend that easily from Fuyuhiku, take that, Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm. Then how did he do it? I explained how he could do it. I just need to figure out how to get that into... I don't think any of my truth bullets really help in this situation. Torture wounds isn't gonna help me. Survival knife. Y'all like the construction noises? Safe to assume the wounds on Nagito's left hand caused by this knife. Do I have the truth bullet of the blood on the left hand? Wait, hang on. If I have that, I could actually... Ooh, hang on. Wait. I don't remember what else I have. Is that one of my truth bullets?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his
No,
right hand?
I don't have it.
If
Crap.
he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
I love
could he stab his
construction
hand
noises.
that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Okay, I'm out of time.
Maybe he propped...
Time's up. Yeah, I know. Please, I can't go any longer. I don't have any other options. Someone doubts me. I don't know why they always vote for Hajime. It's literally... It's like the... I don't get it. I wish they did the same... I wish they actually
We will never give up.
convict whoever the wrong person is that they're thinking it is. But then again, I guess I can see why they wouldn't do that, but still. Okay. I do not have fucking... I don't know.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I can't
And
save these
slammed
ones.
his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
I'm gonna try.
Even if
I'm
Nagito's right
convinced
hand was
it's the
free,
one from Sonia, but
how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife,
I'm convinced it's the Sonia and
he could have
Chiaki
used his
one.
bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand out? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife and slammed his right hand.
Propped it onto what?
I'm convinced it's
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right
it's
hand.
gotta be this and Chiaki's statement, but for some reason it doesn't
Even
work.
if Nagito's... How could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Why doesn't that work? It's gotta be that. He propped it with his left hand.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife,
Could he stab his hand that way?
is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound
Wait a
left
minute.
hand.
If you're tied up, your
Oh my
arms
god,
won't
hang on,
bend
wait,
that
wait,
easily.
hang on,
His
wait,
left hand could
wait,
even
everybody
reach his
shut
right
the
hand.
hell up, I think I got something.
Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife into the and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand out?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with you.
Yes! I did it. Oh, I did it. God, that was confusing, but I did it.
A life-sized Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Hell yeah!
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
I did
For a
it.
moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something. A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible?
He
can't
tied it
grab
up.
a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I mean, it did stab his stomach. It literally went into his stomach. You would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
God, you're
Hey,
so weird.
bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I agree. Chiaki's on the
also
same page
agree
as
with
me.
that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
Nah, you can't change my mind. He absolutely killed himself.
Just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
No! You can't change my mind.
Are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that
The
spear.
girder! He tied it up to the ceiling, and it fell, and it stabbed him, and
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
I have so much.
Everyone working together.
I'm glad Chiaki agrees with me. She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even now,
Let's do this.
blood on the left hand. No, later.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
no.
Or maybe he used his front tail.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
I don't get it.
Watching Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. His arms and legs were tied up. There's no doubt he used some part of his body. I think he could have used his...
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
God damn it.
If that's the case,
Okay,
the
hang
only
on.
other...
Let's bring this again.
Maybe he used his. I know guys have tails.
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Okay, hang on.
How did Nagito's... Let's work together. When the spear stuck, his right hand was...
He was only able to move his...
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No,
Got
that's
it.
wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the
I miss
possibility
Makoto.
that he used his left hand.
I'm gonna be honest, I like Makoto so much better than I like Nagito. Not Nagito. I like Makoto so much more than I like Hajime. I miss Makoto.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand.
No.
The bloodstain on the palm of his
Hello.
hand.
Welcome
Don't
to
you think
chat.
it looked somewhat strange?
You're welcome to stream.
He only had
I
blood
don't
on the
know.
lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When
Yeah.
the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
Yeah.
That settles the description of that blood stain, but it's not the only unnatural blood stain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood stain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood
It's a
splattered?
very, very weird imagining. Oh my god, you're right. That'd be such a weird game. What was Nagito's left hand doing with when the blood splattered? Back of his hand is exposed. Open gripping. It was gripping.
I see.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was
Honestly,
probably
I'd
gripping
much
with his
rather-
left hand.
Play a game with Nagito being the main character instead of Hajime, because Hajime is just so fucking boring and I hate him.
That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail? Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
How did
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
What if, wait, no, he wasn't holding the spear. This weird Hajime slander, though, I get it. He wasn't holding the spear. He was holding the rope or whatever it is next to it. You know the little spot where there's a fist-sized spot between the blood? He was holding that, which was holding up the spear on the girder. He let go of that. The spear came down. Oh my god, I'm right. Oh my god. I will die on this hill. I'm absolutely, yes, he killed himself. He did. He used, why am I so happy that he killed himself?
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose,
Very different,
so he
unreachable.
could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
He wasn't gripping the spear, he was gripping that thingy. The thingy that was attached to the spear. Because it's Nagito. But the thing is, I like Nagito. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'm a weird person, and I like the more hated characters. Like, I like Nagito. I like, what's her name? Shit. I don't remember her name. The ultimate traditional dancer, or whatever her name is. I like her. I like the more hated characters. Or the more weird characters, I guess. No, not Byakuya. God, he can suck a dick. Yeah, Hyoko. I like Hyoko. And I like Nagito. I like them as characters. They're cool. But I hate people like Hajime. And it's likes hated characters, hates Byakuya. Well, Byakuya is like my one exception. I don't like him. He's a prick. But like, I like the more hated characters. Like, I don't like Teru, but it's Teru. What are you expecting?
But even if he held
But,
the
you
spear
know,
with
like-
his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
I mean, I guess technically it is Byakuya, but at the same time it's not Byakuya, it's the ultimate imposter. I don't know, he's fine, I guess. I don't have much of an opinion on him. I just don't like the, I guess, OG Byakuya. That's right, that's
Hey,
the
Chiaki, what do you think?
Fuck, I didn't even read that, whatever.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
And to be honest, I don't like Akane that much. I know it's Akane, but I just say Akane. I don't like her that much.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think.
Wasn't gripping this.
However, what's important is what section
Yeah.
of the spear he was gripping.
Yeah, see, she's got it. What's it? He was holding the cord. He was holding the cord.
See. That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord.
I'm so excited. I love the suicide trials. I don't know why. I like them a lot. I liked Sakura's suicide trial as well. I like Nagito's. I think I just like suicide trials.
There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
Yeah.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
No, but he did hang it over the girder, and he dropped it, and he fell and it stabbed him. I'm so happy the hill that I am dying on is true. There's no need to die on the hill. Nagito did in fact kill himself. I shouldn't be clapping for something like that. I can say this is one of my favorite chapters, but my tastes are odd. I like 2 and 3, but dislike 2 and 4. You like 2 and dislike 2? I mean, that's fair, I guess. I don't remember what. Okay, I get it.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides, right,
Oh,
Chiaki?
did I just poke you in the eye? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it was. Ah, man, don't me. No, no! How dare you try to attack me? I was trying to pat you on the head. I was trying to pat you on the head. I wasn't looking at you. That's how I know. Can I have my thumb back? Please, 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 please. Can I have my thumb back, please? Yay.
I am sorry. Of course,
Oh,
this
did I wake
mystery
you
will
up,
not
or
be
did you wake
solved
up
that
now?
easily.
Did they wake you up? Sonia waiting patiently. Ah, yes. Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear, but with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a big
That's
plan.
a long plan name.
I agree.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up. The spear was stabbed through his stomach. So, if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Oh god, we're doing this. Fuck. This reminds me of, what was it, like, the Run game on the, like, Cool Math Games? That was my childhood. Can I go faster? I don't remember how to go faster. Oh, it's control. Of course it's control. That's a terrible button. Why can't the shift button be the fast button? Oh. Ow. You can't. I know I can go faster, I just didn't remember the button, and the control button's a terrible button to have that. Why can't it be the shift button? Question 1. Okay. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Above Nagito, Nagito's left hand, under Nagito. It's above Nagito. Yeah. Cause I already figured it out before we even got there. What the fuck is that? Oh. Don't touch it. Got it. Proceeds to try and touch it. Oh, jeez. I just can't stop touching it. Shut up! God damn it. I love construction, people. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? The ceiling girder. Because it would be danging if the layout made sense. Agreed. Oh, God. Oh, damn. I don't like the fact that they can move. That's probably a given, though. What the fuck was that? Oh, it was me stopping. Well, that was stupid of me. Why'd I do that? God, they won't shut up. Dagan has some old age in its controls. Question 3. What items connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The rope in Nagito's right hand, the spear's cord, the rope and Nagito's hand. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The spear's cord? I think the rope in Nagito's left hand. I hope I'm right. Yeah! I'm so sorry for the noise. I'm so sorry.
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Yeah. You and your fancy words.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
Yes.
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
What is
That'd
that?
be awesome, but
Oh,
he
Esper.
probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And
See?
if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
Yeah.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Yeah.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
Yeah.
So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
I'm so happy my guess from like last stream is going through.
He really committed suicide? Like that?
Yes.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
Yeah.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then this is for real? He really committed suicide?
Absolutely.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Yep.
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
Nagito might well have some issues, and you're just now discovering that now?
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right? Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Why not?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. by committing a suicide that looked like a murder.
I love how
trying to
calm he
steer us
looks.
toward
Oh
the
yeah.
wrong answer.
Why put the duct tape over his mouth when he looks so calm already?
His goal was to get us all executed.
Wonder if that's Hajime imagining him.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. That's stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
There is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. He tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
This feels too quick of a trial. Surely there's gonna be something that's missing.
It should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
Good job,
It's
everyone.
probably just my imagination.
You did it. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I do too. Everything sounds like it makes sense, but it feels like it's been too quick. We're under 2 hours. Granted, I spent 40 minutes getting back here, but even then, it's only been an hour. No, wait. Yeah, no, it's only been an hour. A little over, actually. There's no way this is the end. I don't think that it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is,
what
or?
are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
Hold the fuck on!
What are you thinking, Connie?
I'm so curious, before the suicide reveal, who were you expecting to be the killer? I was expecting it to be Nagito. Literally, since the end of last stream, where I finished the investigation and got to the trial start, before I had to redo everything again and I started reading all my video games, I was expecting it to be Nagito. I was like, as soon as I saw his body, I was like, it's Nagito! He did it! He killed himself!
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
I've been thinking about how it's been him the entire time.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
I don't
That means
know.
we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
I feel like
It's
something's
okay to reach
missing.
such a happy ending, right?
But that's the problem, isn't it?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Something doesn't...
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
We didn't even use all the evidence.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide.
Good old Nagito.
But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death that it's something he couldn't even mess with.
You were gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. Sonia secretly used one of the bombs military's base. These ancient ruin. Pink Monami was apparently peeking at the whole thing. However, apparently he never revealed that fact to anyone. The diary that Monami updated every day, or did she? According to Monokuma, Monami couldn't write. These were hidden under Nagito's cottage in the bed. A round piece of aluminum paper. Poison found in Nagito's fridge. Monokuma forged the traitor's profile. It won't help with identifying who the traitor is. Piece of evidence that he couldn't. I love that they won't shut up. That's a big ass mosquito. Yeah, I have a minute to figure this out.
Crap!
No. Worried about something else. Crap. Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with. What am I missing? Oh, hey, my timer starts back up again. The music that was blaring throughout the warehouse when Hajime... No. I warned people about this at the beginning of the stream. I wish they would shut the fuck up! Let's try this, you know?
Crap.
No, that's not it. Yeah, we're just gonna go through it. It's alright, it just sounds like a big mosquito on the side. Yeah, listen to... I'm trying. Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. It's not the Hoopsie Caddy file, and it's not Sonia's account. It's gotta be one of these. And I'm probably gonna have to go through all of them before I can figure it out. We're trying Mona's notebook.
Crap.
Nope, that's not it either. We're gonna be here a while. Piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. Torture wounds. Turn around. No, he couldn't mess with all of this. What if it's... No. Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with. The Monokuma file? Is... I don't think... I think it's the Monokuma file.
I see.
Hey!
The Monokuma file?
I did it. I mean, I'm not gonna say yes even if it is selected. Yeah!
Yeah, that's it.
See, you're fun. You're fun to talk to, man. You're fun. I'm so tempted to go outside and just yell at them to be quiet, but I can't do that because because they're busy trying to build a porch for our house, and I can't just yell at them.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only was there a spear stabbed into his stomach, there were multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, the laceration on his left arm and the nail impaled through his right hand. But as she said, something Nagito couldn't mess with. So funny that you started choosing things he set up specifically. Shh. You don't need to know that. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file said Chiaki's read about is. What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? I don't fucking know. Oh god, we're doing Hangman's Gambit. I don't know how to spell. That's a lot of words. Oh god. Is it C? Oh. Oh. Fuck. Oh god. Ah! Oh god, you're sending too many at me! Oh god, my influence is gonna go way down. Hang on, I need to get rid of shit. Ah, god, is it caution? No, cause, it's cause of death. Oh my god, stop! Ah, my influence! I need to know! Fuck! Stop it! Fuck! Oh my god! I love how this hangman comes out of nowhere. Oh god. God, my influence. Look how low my influence is, because they keep colliding! God, I need a D. Get me a D. D. I just need to get through this. Fuck. I need an A. Really endless on negotiations. I can't go any longer. It's all. They kept sending too many. How was I supposed to deal with that?
This is
Hajime forgets to spell. No, I know how to spell. It's the fact that he kept sending too much shit at me, and I kept getting rid of what I needed, and then putting in what I didn't need, and I'm just gonna cry. Everyone, Hajime did it, even though we agreed it's a suicide. I've talked about how I was like, I wish they blamed it on who they think is the wrong person, but Fuck. Oh, shit. Yeah, crap. Oh my god, stop it! God! God! Just continuing retain integrity of the trial.
In this particular case, is Monokuma.
That was way too difficult.
There's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and the knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
True Nagito level hangman. Oh god, yeah.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
They're getting louder.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case,
No spoilers. Monokuma, true bro, no spoilers.
The thing they purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide.
Oh, good god. Shut the fuck up! This is what I have to deal with. I'll live today until they decide to leave. I'm gonna cry. I just want to finish a trial in peace, man.
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all
Yeah,
killed?
at least eventually. A new porch, right? Yeah, eventually.
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
How has Kazumichi survived this long? He's useless. I agree! He is an absolute useless person. He should be gone. Nagito might have infested my brain during the original playthrough of this game.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys?
Know all those
Should we proceed
ships
with
of
the vote?
Nagito and Hajime? That's the friendship he's talking about. God, I hate myself.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if
You're
you guys
friggin'
say you're doing
annoying.
it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us.
The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid.
How
You
heartwarming.
guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are
Shut the
united,
fuck up.
no despair can shake you.
All Soda did was fix the elevator, fix the hall buttons and the shrubbery hall, and let us know Nekomaru died because of the clock. Yeah, that's not a lot, even though he's the only engineer and he can actually fix that stuff, and that's kind of important, but still. And he built the murder misdirect in 2 or 3. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito had said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said that's what he was yearning for. Then, this situation we're in might be the thing Nagito had wanted all along. At least Sonia has useful knowledge. Agreed. And he tied up Nagito in tutu and then invited Hajime to see the girls. Fucking of course. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Let me scratch my nose. Class trial suspended. I'm finishing this. We're gonna, may say suspended, but we're gonna keep going. I'm not stopping until this goddamn trial is over. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but, well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it's gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Mon Ami? Hey, now, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you pass. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand in silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Mon Ami and I are the bestest of friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides, the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you for one bit. Not even a teensy tiny 1 millimeter bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother! It's sad to live in a life without friendship. It's even sadder to watch your eyes go wrong now. Oh, guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. That was totally man-bait. Would you like to say your current progress? Sure. One of you guys became it's very important. Hajime figured out the killer thanks to seeing him twin swim bear. Hey, there's a trial midway point. Dear one, you had to do the whole trial in one sitting when you reached it. Oh yeah, that's true. Class trial reopened. Resume.
I'm Mon Ami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Shut the fuck up, you're annoying as hell.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
I don't care what your chest is full of. Hi.
Everyone is united against
I'm not stopping till I finish
They're
this.
Totally awesome.
The trial. I just finished the suspended class trial bit, and I'm like, I'm not stopping until I finish it. The Mon Ami disrespect. Mon Ami's a bitch. What are you talking about? I've been yelling at them. Okay. Almost as glaring as Hajime disrespect. Hajime's boring! He deserves that disrespect. Makoto's so much better. At least Makoto has something going for him. He's a goldfish. He's got goldfish memory. It's ironic. No, man, that's only for, like, the first trial. It's only noticeable in the first trial. And I took shots for that. Yeah, I know, but I took shots for that. It's ironic that Mon Ami had to fix the shower pick of Metaphor. Makoto's main awesomeness is his nickname, Big Mac. Oh god.
That's why I'm gonna fight too.
I don't want you fighting. I want you dead.
I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
They got quieter. They were so loud earlier, it was horrible.
That's basically it.
Because she wouldn't
So
have
if we're
to
working
do-
together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions
if they
before
took
we discuss
poison?
this?
I don't know, that's something.
In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused
Yeah, I
by
know.
the spear.
And I went down to 2 and then went back up to 4 again.
It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities.
I had someone put in a
That's what
spoiler
I
and I
think.
yelled at them for it. I put them on, it's like a monitor thing. And I'm going to eat food, even though I don't like eating on stream. I'm hungry though. No, don't eat my food. What's wrong with you? You can make me food. If you eat this, can you make me mac and cheese? If I give you this. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you make me mac and cheese, or if you promise to make me mac and cheese, I will give you this Pop-Tart. Or all the Pop-Tart. Both of them. It is picking up. Everything that they've been doing outside has been picking up in my mic. And I warned people at the beginning of the stream that this would happen. You're a terrible person! No, you're not! Now go make me mac and cheese! And you will get a Pop-Tart. 2 Pop-Tarts. I feel like one of the freshman high schoolers at my school that paid a teacher $20 for a donut. Yeah, no, I was in a student council meeting, and my teacher supervisor for the student council was talking about how they brought a donut to their classroom and was going to eat it, and a freshman student walked into their walked up to them and he's like, "Hey, I will give you $20 if you give me that donut." It just sounds like your stomach's growling the first mega mosquito, no stomach growls. You know what's interesting? All the first 3 murders happened during nighttime, technically, in DR. Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, that was like one of the best times to commit a murder, when you were stuck within the confines of a building. I mean, with having a bunch of islands, it's a lot harder to get places. So it's, I guess, easier to commit murders in the daytime. That was the whole setup a lot. Now go make me mac and cheese. Please.
Yeah, I'm only doing it so you get to that damn gallon of milk.
Oh yeah. You could get me a cup of milk while you're at it, if you really want. Put in my mug.
Other possibilities.
What got me in DR2? This game really enforced what got me in DR2. Yeah.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is a knife stabbed into his hand, but...
It's all the girls dying in a row. Oh yeah, that was true. That happened, didn't it? I apologize for pausing so long. Sorry, I got distracted.
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
Oh my god. God, now that you've actually pointed it out, that's true. They all died in a row, didn't they? I mean, Sayaka invited Leon into our room after a nighttime announcement. Chihiro met up with Mondo at nighttime, and the Celeste and Hifumi killed to take out Hiro in the nighttime outfit. At nighttime, yeah.
If you think the cuts on his
nighttime was
legs
just
and
an
left
easy
arm
time to
aren't
do
the
shit.
fatal wounds.
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
God, I got so sidetracked, I already forgot what we're talking about. Overlooked,
Let's
huh?
bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't know what it was if it actually exists, but What if it, but if it does, you need to, what if this is a poison? A Nagito cause of death is the topic. Right, got it. Thank you. That is an adorable video though. What if it was the poison? Monokuma's special poison. Yeah!
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right?
It'd be, I don't know if that would be considered
It's
a
not
wound.
the other wounds, right?
No.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no
I
way
think it was the
he
duct
burned to
tape.
death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Yeah.
If it's something that can't
I
be
missed.
seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
You couldn't hear himself talk anymore and he died of shock. A real cause of death, Nagito. Is there something I overlooked?
Let us consider a different fatal.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
You brought me a cup of milk.
With all
Thank
those
you.
wounds,
I appreciate it. Top of the morning.
maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he
Oh,
burned to
crap.
death.
I didn't mean to do that.
Was
That
the
knocked
cause
off
of death
20
something
seconds.
that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen,
Maybe he choked
We're
himself.
skipping
or
this again.
liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a different.
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wounds, right?
Huh?
With all those wounds,
My pot?
maybe he
Oh, yeah, no,
simply
I
bled
dropped
to
it.
death.
I dropped it like
There's
it
no
fell out of
way
the
he burned to death.
the
Was
dish
the
drainer or
cause of
something.
death something that cannot be seen?
if it's something that can't be seen,
Maybe he choked himself with. Or
I know
liquefied
it's
his
that
gut.
one. It's
Just
gotta
thinking
be that
about it,
one.
That's already a horrible
I'm
death.
having such a hard time actually hitting the things.
Let us consider a different.
It's not the knife in his...
I'm gonna
it's
have to
not the
do
other
all the.
wound.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply.
There's no way.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
if it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold.
I can
or
slow it down,
liquefied his
actually.
guts with a
That's-
body blow.
Just thinking
I
about
don't
it,
like
that's
slowing
already
things
a
down
horrible
for
death.
some reason. It's just something I always forget it's there, and I don't
Let
like
us
doing
consider
it.
a different
Like,
fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right... It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds,
I don't know why, but I just don't
maybe
like
he
using the
simply
focus
bled to
page.
death.
It. I don't know.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Got it.
I agree with that.
Consent. We love consent. It really needs to get harder than Charlie gets. Oh.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
You can slow it down, remember? Well, yeah, I know, but... Down, boy! Yeah, I know. I tried fixing it myself. Yeah, if you want to, you can, but... Okay.
Poison?
Poison! Yes, he had poison in his fridge.
It is
He
true
had a
that poison
fridge!
is not something we
Lucky
can
bastard
see,
had a
but
fridge in his
why
house!
did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember. When I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
We're gonna move some stuff around.
Poison?
Yeah, poison.
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
Chiaki has an arcade cabinet in her room? I want an arcade cabinet in my room. I actually, I don't know if I want that, but that'd be cool. I don't have enough room for that, but.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, If the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
Damn.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
He drank poison before he did it.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the
Wait.
spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
And also, the poison was in his fridge.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted
What
to
if-
drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
What if he put it on the duct tape?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
What if he put it on the duct tape?
No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body. It was through breathing, wasn't it? I remember it being a breathing thing. I should think carefully and try to remember it. It was, I swear it was through breathing. What if he took an extinguisher bomb and he put some poison on it? Where would he get a bomb? Excuse me, where would he get a bomb from? Oh, I can speed up by just hitting W, not control. Thank God. That makes my life a hell of a lot easier. And they're back to being noisy. Oh, this is what I needed to jump for. This really reminds me of that run game. Question 1. What was the state of the poison when it affected Nagito? Liquid, solid, gas. It was a liquid, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh wait, no, it was gas. I was right. Because I said it could. You could breathe it in. I vaguely remember it talking about breathing it. I thought he was talking about the bottle because when I looked at the bottle, it was liquid. Oh shit. Riding on the edge. I can slow down by hitting the right click button. Damn. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Through his mouth, through his nose, through his wounds. Through his nose. It had to be his nose. It was you could breathe it in. I remember this. I don't know why I remember it, but you could breathe it in. Wait, there's not gonna be another question, really?
It's all coming together.
Okay then. What if you took an extinguisher from? Oh, you already read that. My bad.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
I hate it.
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Right!
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse?
What if it was in the bottle? Nobody expects two questions logic die. Two question logic die. What if it was in the when we were throwing those bottles at the fire. It wasn't actually putting the fire out. So what if he replaced some of the bottles with the poison and it got vaporized in the fire, which made it so Nagito would breathe it in, and then since they got kicked out because Monokuma was like, hey, don't go in there, there's a bunch of smoke or whatever, and we waited outside for a bit. I'm getting somewhere, right?
Gas had spread throughout the warehouse. Why didn't it kill us?
Because Monokuma kicked us out. The sprinklers, the smoke, the fire. The smoke. The poisonous gas disappeared. No, wait, no. Ah.
Crap!
Wait, hang on. The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas, I should be able to explain that mystery too. Sprinklers, the Monokuma merged the fire? The sprinklers?
I see!
Makoto
The
shakes
sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
And a gaseous state is heavier than air and breaks down in minutes. It is suspected to be hydrolysed, so it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Oh, I get it.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
Damn.
The wounds on his body,
Still a
the spear in his
suicide,
stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died.
Hey, Soda.
That still sounds like
Thanks
a
for the
suicide.
2 cents.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Why did he commit suicide so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this year? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
I'm telling you, it was the bottles.
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is... The container? I think it's...
I see.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
The meat on the bone.
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place and a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right.
Good job, Seta.
That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get anyone hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel the same that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt, but...
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
Firing on all the cylinders.
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga.
Good Nagito impression, Hajime.
Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really
Serious,
was an
Monami is
accomplice,
serious.
there ain't like
Oh crap, I didn't mean to read that.
It is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
What did she say before that? Is there any reason we should take time to figure out who it is?
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
That's it! I told you he put it in the thing! I don't actually know if I told you, but he put the poison in one of the fire grenades, and that's why the fire grenades weren't working. And, you know, you threw it at that, and see? I feel like I did mention this, so. What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it feels like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might just be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. Hajime responding to this. I didn't read what he said again. Fuck. Oh, no, not this again. Nope. Oh, wait, hang on, I know what it is. Hang on. Ah, shit. Hang on. Fuck. Oh, no, not again. I don't know how to spell grenade. Shit. No, there's not two. Okay, I was right. Fuck. Oh, come on, man. Hang on. I need a D. I need to eat. Oh no. There we go. Fire grenade. I don't know how to spell grenade either. One of the reasons I enjoy Hajime is he's a little more proactive in his statements than the big carrying the trials.
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
See?
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
I was saying this!
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Huh? It's okay. I gotta move stuff around again. And I will give you her in exchange. Enjoy. Thank you. I was right. I'm so happy. Oh boy, oh boy. Now I have food, and I have drink, and I have murder. Yay!
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Because he took the other supplies.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Aha!
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of the fire grenade were swapped with the poison. I know what it is. It's just a little crap. The piece of blue paper.
I can prove it with this.
I can prove it with this. Yeah.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room.
It was the gas mask and gloves.
We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
Yeah!
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right?
No!
And in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
God, you're so stupid.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice.
Yes.
That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
It's a fake out.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Yes. Tell him,
Is this
Chiaki.
not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought, and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same. Could it be When we all threw the fire grenades.
I see.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
So that means one of us inadvertently killed him.
When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed. And it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
But how are you supposed to figure out who? That doesn't seem like you can really figure out.
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
God damn it!
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared was... It was Nagito.
I see.
Seems hard, doesn't it?
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
That was also Nagito.
I see.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
Shut up. Me and Chuck, you're having a heart-to-heart.
Will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire? To make someone throw the poison.
I see.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Damn.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know
Y'all
either.
activated his trap card.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
I love this show
And
so
for
much.
that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Cause, oh my god, he's so smart! Oh my god, I love this trial! I'm sad it's not a suicide, but we physically cannot figure out who did it! There's no way to tell! I love this!
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
How are we supposed to figure that out?
It was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out.
Monokuma is very serious.
After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste
Who else
despair.
but Nagito?
Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do?
So
How
you
can
just
we even figure out who the
you just want to
killer
vote
is?
suicide now?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
You were so eager a moment
Nagito
ago.
wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
What?
How can you? I'm so I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Flip a coin, roll a dice. I have a coin. I have the coin. I dropped my coin. Anyways, I have a coin of fate that I always have with me on stream. It can't decide 6 people or whatever, but I have a coin of fate. It's there.
Really? Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right. It doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
Got it. Let's do this then.
Oh boy, oh boy. Closing arguments start. I like doing closing arguments. That one. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look at what we have. Oh, my bad. Okay. Okay. What was inside Nagito's refrigerator? I don't have a poison thing, so that's not right. Before switching the poison, what was beyond the Monokuma panel? That's so. This one's there. This one's here, so it's not either of those. There. This whole body wasn't tied up. Yeah. Entities support the spirit. I don't have a girder. Wait. Hurt himself. Nagito propped the knife up with something. The reason we went to the warehouse was inside this. We made the spear fall. Okay. There we go. Stock 2. I let go of the cord. Okay. Let's see, what else? Poison video. Well, that's why we went to the warehouse. That's that. Nice. Hey! What was inside Nagito's refrigerator is the poison. And we go all the way back here. There.
Here's everything that happened in
I
this
did
case.
it!
The person who actually arranged this
I love the
incident
use of
was
the blanket here so
the
much.
victim,
Comic
Nagito
book time.
Komaeda.
I love the comic books. I feel like it's so fun to
He
do the
kept a
comic book
specific
things.
item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon.
Man, he's been planning this
Using
murder
the
for
gloves
a
and gas
while.
mask that he got from the military base.
Man, Nagito is actually himself, but all the others. Oh, that's. I didn't even
Nagito
notice
swept
that.
The contents of a
Oh my
fire
god,
grenade he
you're
took from the
right.
plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence: the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room.
You might recall in 2-4, his attitude suddenly shifted. Hey, it did shift,
The next
didn't it?
morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere.
And all of them are
While we were
lacking.
looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion.
Yay.
First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up.
I still love Nagito's coat. This is unrelated, but I love it.
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally,
Ah, God.
he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade.
I could never do that on my.
He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin.
Ugh.
Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse.
He did commit. God, I could never commit to something like that. I have real low pain tolerance. I could never do something like this.
But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor,
Nagito would have
instantly vaporizing
been
due
real
to the
embarrassed
intense
if the lighter
heat
had run out
that
of
spread
fuel before they
everywhere.
arrived.
The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer.
But nobody knows
At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone.
Yeah.
Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Oh, that's
In
cool.
conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity
That's cool.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have
Good
to
old
vote for
ominous
someone?
Nagito.
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
Yeah, you're in trouble now, Fujiko. It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out fine in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. Not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
That, like, hope would defeat
I
despair.
want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nagito believed in. His talent. It was his talent.
I see!
His luck.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely going to be alright.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. Just a little escape game that ended with Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet into a gun and spin the cylinder and point it towards you and pull the trigger. So you really did it? Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it's just as Monimi said, huh? I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. So that you only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive, and after all that good thing... And after all, a good thing about me... fuck. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am. No takebacks. Nah, the 5 bullet price. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened in the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's my true talent. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime just said I wasn't lucky, but that was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck.
Seeing as I missed your first 4 chapters, how did you feel about Nagito being the ultimate lucky student? I don't remember having much of an opinion on it. I think I was just willing to roll with it. I was like, I assumed it was kind of like the same situation with Makoto, that he got picked by random choice or whatever. I don't know. I think the only way I'd be able to remember how I thought about him being the ultimate lucky student was if I went back on the archive channel and rewatched how I responded. I don't remember. I've just been kind of used to it.
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody.
It sent me down a spiral. It did? Oh god, what kind of spiral? Please tell me. I'm desperate to know.
He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target?
Especially with his name. Is it because Nagito is kind of similar to Makoto? I don't know. I don't know.
The target's true identity. Even Nagito
kind
didn't
of
know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student and incorporated that luck into his plan.
You haven't looked at his name, huh? I mean... Wait a minute, hang on. Hang on, I'm looking something up. Give me a second. Hang the fuck on. Shut up, man! Hang on. Wait, hang on. Hang on, wait. Hang on, wait, hang on. Oh my god! Wait, hang on, wait! Oh my god! Makoto's name, Makoto Naegi, is the same as Nagito Komaeda, but my god, I didn't, oh my god. It's almost the same. It's like basic, oh my god, how did I not know that? I mean, minus the D, but all the letters are the same except for the D. Oh my god. I never knew that. Nagito spells Makoto Nagita, which is a Japanese sentence. Oh my god.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
Oh my god.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
I am Makoto Nagita.
He risked his life for that?
Oh my god.
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito is after?
No, I don't even have to ask. I think I should already know who it is.
I see. That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied
You know the same
on
voice
his
actors
luck
and
to weed out the traitor?
Wait, they're the same voice actor? Ah, fuck, hang on, I have to look stuff up again. Hang on. Give me a second. Hang on. God, you're making me discover things. Koto Nai. Okay. So the voice actor for the English version of oh my god! He is the English voice of Makoto Naegi and Nagito Komaeda in the Danganronpa series. I was like, man, Big Mac, what the fuck happened to you? In the Japanese, Makoto and Nagito are also voiced by... Oh my god! Revelations are happening! I didn't know.
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work just with any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you'll have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity, but I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
So yeah, this bothered me the entire game.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it's just as Nagito said in the beginning. Hang on, I'm sipping. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long was it really because we didn't believe in him?
If he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
Seriously though, shoutouts to Bryce for not sounding the same. Honestly, good efforts on his part. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is kind of unrelated, but kind of related. So I discovered I have a favorite voice actor now. So do you know the voice actor for Izuku Midoriya for My Hero Academia? I'd recently discovered that, like, he did the same voice for Ayano Koji from Classroom of the Elite. The English one, sorry. The English voice actor for Izuku Midoriya. He did the same voice acting for Ayano Koji, the English version as well. But, like, those two voices are so drastically different. Yeah, no, they are so different. I didn't even know that they were the same, done by the same person. It wasn't until, like, I recognized the voice of a different voice actor that I actually knew from a different anime that I discovered that the same voice actor that did Ayano Koji and Izuku Midoriya was crap, I don't even remember where I left off, but they were the same person. I just was, like, so blown away that this stuttery, nervous voice was the same as this monotone and completely dead voice. I was like, oh my god, there's no way. And apparently they also voiced Hanako from TBHK, and I was just so blown away by this. It's like, but now I have a second favorite voice actor. Bryce is amazing. I'm getting sidetracked, but oh my god, voice actors deserve so much credit. They're amazing. They're so good at making their voice unrecognizable between characters. It's crazy. Yeah, sorry for that. It's okay. He relied on his own luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to actually happen, but
the only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
wait for it, he's gonna say why.
Seriously, why?
I was right.
Who do you think is the traitor?
Why?
Hajime, please.
Why? Select someone? Okay, hang on. Give me a second. Sarah! Sarah! Hang on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Hang on. So here's the situation, guys. I'm going downstairs. I'm getting my sister's dice set. Hajime, Soda, Sonia, Arcane, Fuyuhiko, Chiaki. Okay, so I'm gonna get a 6-sided dice. I am going to roll that dice. Or I'm gonna assign everyone a number. I'm going to roll that dice. And whoever the number lands on, I will be picking them. That's what we're gonna do. No ifs, ands, or buts. I will be right back. Stay put. Okay, I'm back. I have the Dice of Fate. I might need you to, like, remember or write down who I assigned for each, because knowing me, I will forget. Okay. So, 1 is Hajime. Okay. 2 is Chiaki. 3 is gonna be Arcane. 4 is gonna be Soda. 5 is gonna be Fuyuhiko. And 6, I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Is gonna be Sonia. Sim boy. 6 is gonna be Sonia. Okay. Ready? Oh boy. We got 1. We're voting for ourselves. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's 1. It's me! Okay, it's not me. We're rolling again. Couldn't help myself, Soda. Okay, I got 6. It's Sonia. We're really doing this, man. Oh, Sonia was over here. Okay, never mind. We're doing it again. It's 2. We're going Chiaki. That's Chiaki, right? Yeah, we're going to. Tell the princess. Wait, what?
It's you?
I didn't expect that to work.
Chiaki, you're the traitor?
What?
Please, hold on.
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct.
Nothing funny to say here. Oh God,
I'm
no.
the traitor.
Oh boy.
The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This nonsense is... Why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
I have no idea how to respond to this.
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
I have no funny words to say to this.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
Still nothing funny to say. I don't know how to respond.
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
How do I do that?
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... The only thing I can do is plead with you.
Tell him, Hajime.
I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
How do I prove this?
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
What?
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere.
Boo-hoo?
That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here is the only way. Is it the only way? Oh god, we're doing that. Panic talk action. Oh boy. I don't remember how to do this.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Oh.
Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. Burst open and mix.
God, give me a second. Hang on.
I'll lower your grades.
I'll lower your grades.
Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grades.
Negative. Oh, thank God.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Oh, wait. Negative is. I know what negative is.
Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Monomi's notebook.
This is the end.
Oh, God. I learned that just spamming the button does a lot easier than anything else.
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
The bone on the meat.
I don't know.
The on-boat meat.
I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Day one, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Byakuya is the leader and a lot of things happened, so everyone is tired. Huh? What's this? Is this...
Is this Monomi's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
I don't understand at all. No, the truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes away from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monomi's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
someone connected to Monomi. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monomi?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monomi?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry. The final dead room? The days we spend at the Academy Jabberwock Island, I feature goal. I don't know. We'll just do all of them. Oh.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to the Octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is...
I didn't remember that.
Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake.
They're so noisy.
I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
I had completely forgotten on my player. Ah, yeah, no, me too.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
What?
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, and took her handbook out of her pocket. Without hesitation, she swiped the keycard. Looks like he was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Well, it actually makes sense. If Monimi witnessed Sonia attempt to do the thing on the ancient ruin or whatever,
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
Sweet lovable Sonia. I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but
then nobody will be saved.
Am I gonna have to do the panic talk action? Okay, no, make it urgent. It's Sonia's account. It's gonna be Sonia's account. Good God, scroll properly, damn it.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
Hell yeah.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Okay, hang on.
Chiaki is not the...
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to...
Ah! I beat the thing. Double white noise is evil. Oh, absolutely.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that!
Oh boy.
Enough already. Please do not say another word.
I still love the fact that her last name is Nevermind.
I do not want this anymore. I am
I
so
feel
very
real
tired
bad now.
of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Rebuttal showdown. Monokuma's notebook, gas mask was Sonia's account. Probably Monokuma's account. Hear that? I don't know. One of these.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
I'm out of cuts. She's panicking pretty badly. I won't have enough words to counter her right away. Might be best to wait for Sonia's
Even
words.
if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
There we go. Advance.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem.
The river of...
What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
There we go. Got it.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs were all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. Honestly, what gave away Nekomaru dying last chapter was when he told everyone about his sleep bun. Yeah.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's
sure.
not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck?
Sonia
Telling us
Chiaki
to
literally
entrust our
confessed
lives
to it.
that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it.
Listen to me, damn it.
In Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know?
Poor Sonia.
'Cause
She and Akin.
this is different from what happened
Girls
before.
left. Oh, damn.
Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone.
This feels like the same situation with the last game, where the only two girls alive were Toko and Hina. No, wait, never mind. That's not true. Never mind. I lied. That's a lie. I lied. Kyoko was alive too. Yeah, and I forgot about her. Yeah, she was my little side. She was the sidekick, and yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I call her sidekick. She did more work than I did. Kyoko was alive too. Never mind. I lied.
You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just
Lots
too
of girls
cruel.
and yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there were a lot of girls in that game.
Chiaki!
Monami. I'm sorry
haven't ever-
too.
Never forget.
You're probably gonna
DR2
get
just
scolded by
really
a lot of
hates
different
girls.
people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means.
I can't wait for
And
VR3. I'm so
I'm
excited.
happy that I'm able to do that.
My all-time favorite characters in VR3. Y'all are never gonna guess who it is.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing
No, I hate
that
Maki.
you were able to think
I-
like that.
I hate Maki and Kaito with a burning passion. They are my absolute, out of all of the games, least favorite characters. I can assure you it's not Maki. Pretty sure the games have an equal split between Kirumi. No, I like Kirumi. She's not my all-time favorite, but she is, I do like her. I don't know the Maki disrespect. Look, man, shush. I don't know if you were here when I said it, but I like characters that people generally don't like. So take that with a grain of salt when you think about the roster of V3. When you think about who I like the most. Kokichi. Yes, you got it. I absolutely love Kokichi. He is my all-time favorite character. Above all the games, he is the one I love the most. Good job, buddy. You got it. Kokichi is brilliant. Kokichi is the absolute best. I love him so much. Amazing character. I haven't even played V3 and I love him. From what I know about him, I love him. I'm so excited for 3-3. Just because Kokichi's there.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
Seriously, I have not played V3 then. No, I haven't. From what I know about it, not a lot, but what I know about it, I really love Kokichi. I'm very confused. I don't know how to explain it. Just, when I play V3, expect a lot of me just fawning over Kokichi. Because I love him so much. My second guess would have been Angie or Miyu. I love Miyu. Miyu's like my second favorite character. And within V3, she's my second favorite character. Because it's Kokichi, Miyu, then Kirumi for V3. And I'm like, Angie's okay. She's a bit weird for me. I'm not into that all religious stuff, but you know, Miyu is amazing.
I know. It's voting time, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Haha.
Why did it end up like this?
Unpopular opinion, but Ryoma is better than Gonta. Actually, yeah, fair enough. I could roll with that. I got a B. I could roll with that though. I don't know. Gonta seems a bit overrated. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my own weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible within what lies ahead.
Even so.
Is it bad that I'm kind of excited for her execution? I love watching the executions for no apparent reason. And even though we're having this sentimental moment, I really want to see her execution and judge it. So far, I haven't seen a better one than Leon's, weirdly enough. But, like, so far Leon's execution has been my favorite. I don't know what my second favorite is. Probably Pekka's, but I don't understand the Tenko hate besides the man hate she's nice. Yeah, I see it. I don't really hate Tenko. I'm just, like, kind of neutral with her. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the results. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komaita's killer is Chiaki Nanami. Tenko is one sprite. That face expression. Gundam was good. Yeah, no, that's true. I liked Gundam's execution. I forgot about that one, I'm gonna be honest. Are you serious? That was correct?
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was the traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid, we're not celebrating at all.
Damn it.
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really a part of Future Foundation? An agent of an organization that brought us here to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe in it. There is no choice but to believe it, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what, because I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did, it's no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing. Are you a very meany person? But if Nagito wanted to rat out on the traitor, why would he create a trial where we almost died? I think it's because he believed that we'd be able to figure it out. You know, because he's always believing in the hope defeating despair. I think that was the whole point of it.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like if we ask you why you were at the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were the traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will be our friend even now. We don't want to blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? So, if so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You've successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are you
That
serious?
was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? To form a plan that only the traitor would survive? That bastard really was twisted.
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. In the circumstances, if the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki.
You really are a kind-hearted person. You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey,
Don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru.
I can't lose.
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki, just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know it's a fight I cannot win, I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Huh? Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What is going on?
Huh?
What is happening? You missed a lot, man. Monokuma, like,
No,
I'm not dead! What? He came out of nowhere!
Phew.
That was a surprise. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't
Not
lose.
yet! I'm not done yet! Hey, wait!
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey!
Not yet! So seriously, stop it! If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed!
I won't forgive you!
Of course! I'm doing it so all of you will be destroyed! I'll be the one to protect my students!
I won't let you!
I will protect them with my life! But Monami, you...
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are there still? You might as well come out all at once!
Ooh,
How many?
exciting.
Not that much! Just around 10... Oh god, to the 60th power. Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. 1052, 10 to the power of 656, and then 1060. That's like 10 to the 60th power. That's what I said. After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you were doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly creating. In the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong!
What? Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked with them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish them off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh? I can't do his laugh. I can't.
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic as a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey.
What's going on? Don't tell me they're not gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
In the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many Monamis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th? You don't have anything. I know, let's just see. Let's see, you have just 10 more left, right? I know everything! I am the conqueror of the new world!
I can't lose!
I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning!
It's okay, Monami.
First drink coffee. Oh no, that's not coffee, this is milk. I only like frozen coffee. And tea. Huh?
Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone. So noisy. And leave the rest to them. Sad life matter. But
Right?
damn it, what the hell is going on? I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is
Please listen.
Monokuma is the enemy of a future foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's not another organization that's our enemy besides Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between those two organizations.
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Let's just have that. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Yay! Execution. Hold on, just a little more time. To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? That is the real question. The woman in the chest. Took him out of the way. If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that I...
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer!
Special bleeding service!
For both of you!
Huh?
Huh? Why, even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will define me anymore. Also, I remember now. I'm an only child!
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyways. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys,
I'm sorry about
so many
me.
things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause
so
you
annoying.
yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone.
Oh boy, execution
It's okay.
time.
A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
I love execution time.
Let's give it everything we've got.
Then
It's punishment time!
let's proceed with Hyde Spirits' very last punishment time! Yay, I love the executions. It's so fun to watch. Game over. Chiaki has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. You too, mon ami. Please insert coin. Ultimate Game of Chiaki not amazing. Executed. Ah, it's Pac-Man! I think I just found a new favorite execution. That's so much better than Leon's. I'm sad that she's gone, but oh my god, I love that! That was such a good execution! That's so much better! Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her thank you. If she had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a surprise! As for Chiaki, she regularly took the role as a point man during the class trial, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too!
Ew.
Oh well. Don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean... Now that that annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles of keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this
I
island?
shall now
Yep.
present.
Congratulations! With this, I shall announce the ending of the Killing School trip. For you 5 who survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you all for your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. You were acting like your usual self. You would have been setting up things so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it. What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5. Like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end even though there are only still 2 days left.
Huh?
It matters that there's 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball! Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and the enemy of Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No,
Well,
no.
you'll just have to look forward to the rest after that countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. And if it reaches 0, everything will end. Future Foundation's lame plan. Nothing will be nothing but toilets.
Hey,
And when the time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. Then you guys will find out your answers, just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days as the Kill Town reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on the tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives will be back home waiting for you. I'm so glad it laughed for me because I cannot do his laugh. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going, forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being, fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that had happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and burrowed deep into my sheets as if where I was trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our backs on all of that? And it's not just that. If we're really leaving, where are we going? Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. $55 minutes left. No wait, 8 hours and 55 minutes left, my bad. I feel like I had a fun dream somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day. A somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped with fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world, completely and utterly alone. With nobody left on this island, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Ake, and Sonia, like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I'm not going to yell. I'm not gonna. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage. Oh, it's just repeating. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape. Was it a video game? Was I right? At the very beginning of this, it glitched. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb rockets. What about it?
Well?
Apparently, there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently, it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so he wouldn't be able to watch it until after the flash trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She's the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamsters, and I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
Coincidence, you say? Wrong. This is the will of Casualty guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia going for a walk with Gundam? I'd never allow that.
Damn right.
Anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. What the fuck?
I
wonder
who's watching this message.
Reading it for me. Is it the traitor from Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. It looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way I hoped it would?
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it. It was just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as a killer? And even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? What the fuck? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video...
How unfortunate.
I guess I lost. That outcome was the complete opposite of the hope I believed in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Now then, let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you may be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. A special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... The fuck? The Future Foundation's traitor must have already known the truth all along. So I was able to learn the truth about this world, and resolved to take action immediately. It shouldn't have made fun. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become the protagonist myself. Check for details. But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he was planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the future foundation, he's raising all your hope. But he only could lead you to an unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma is trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is seriously pissing me off. Hell, something is only happening. Is happy or what the fuck is happening? Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plans, there's a specific place you need to go. The key to enter the place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle.
Well...
Normally, you would need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It's probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. But that has nothing to do with me. I still think you're not gonna... or something. Stop it, don't stop. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it. So then, I'll announce the password. It's Leon! Oh my god! 11037, it's Leon! That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have that to use the entire specific place. That's the only place where you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
You're not Makoto! This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 that Nagito said was password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter in that ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry. I think let's go before the countdown reaches 0. It's Leon! Yeah, let's go. What the fuck is happening? Or would you like to go outside? What the fuck? Now's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. God, they are so fucking loud. Oh, I'm already on the second island. What the fuck? It's blanked out. What the hell? What the fuck? The game's breaking. I'm so confused. Ruins. Somehow it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? There's also that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right. That's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from all the thrills, chills, and kills.
Thanks for the food.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware?
Dumbass.
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Master Fuyuhiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect you, young master. Now then, let's go forward together. The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
I believe the hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool and piggy talk.
In the name of my
I'm going to
family.
kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. Yeah, I know. 110 637, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need to worry. The only thing that matters at this point is the shining future. Now then, let's open this door to the future. Leon. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck?
Is this a trial ground?
Is this the old trial ground?
Why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong? What do I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... Fuck. This world? I knew we were in some kind of simulation, but Jesus Christ, this is weird. Uh-oh. Stage clear? What the fuck? Chapter 5, smile at the name in the name of hope and despair. Smile at hope in the name of despair. End. Surviving students 5. To be continued? What the fuck? Present. You have obtained gamer backpack. Chapter 0? Oh boy. Heading to the school trip. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. It would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun. So I was feeling rather excited, but I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You look like you're having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want to care to talk a little, the silence is starting to bore me. Instantly, I knew his true character. The over-familiar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like something, a putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komaeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. To share a room with a person like that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. Boring talent, huh? Oh, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time, to say it so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even if I possess a talent as boring as luck. But possessed, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Academy too, right? So you're one of us. That's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Ah, sorry. I'm often terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of this, these bastards, this world has become a deadlock. To stop the world, this world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority, and it makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they've used me in the past. That person. Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, I have it with me. The contribution that person left me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Hate. And explain your hand. Ah, this? And the end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still still hasn't rotted. I mean, maybe that means becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I successfully become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. Ah, I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as an enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that, Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh. That's strange. Huh? I'm not saying that many huhs. You can't make me. Look, out the window. We're here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to be getting along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we will ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? What the fuck? And what the hell? How much longer of the game is there? Okay. So I have no idea what the hell's happening. I don't know how much longer of the game there is, but I'm gonna call it here. It's been 4.5 hours on my stream. I need to cut out like 40 minutes of it because of getting back to the trial. I've done enough. I have stuff to do. We'll finish this another time, but we're gonna call it here. God. Okay. Oh, crap. Shoot. There. Okay. Oh my god. So I have no idea how much left is the game. They're being really noisy. I can't stand it. Let me put on some music. I will finish this game another time, but I've done more than I originally wanted to. I'm really confused on what's happening, but knowing me, that's a given. If I can ever understand anything half the time, that's okay. I'm going to find somebody to raid real quick. Oh god. I'm very lost. They're really loud. Anyways, I don't think next stream I definitely won't be playing Danganronpa again, mainly because I need a break from it. But at some point I will play it again, but not right now, and definitely not next stream. I might play Hollow Knight. I might look into starting up another game. I don't know. Might not happen yet, but it's a possibility. I don't know. I have to really just think about it for a bit. I don't know. Other than that, I think I've covered everything. Anyways, I have found somebody to raid. You know. Let's do this person. Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta make sure I spell their name right, because I always spell names wrong. Oh, and my R key's not working too. Even better. Sorry. Okay. Raid's been created. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Anyways, I have a nice day.